I don't know why I get these ideas to tell you guys stuff like after midnight, but there's some transits that are coming up that are going to make us angry, confused, frustrated, rebellious, indulgent, deluded, and I'm going to be showing you a chart and pointing out these things. But the reason why I say Astro Warnings is that um, I told you in my earlier videos, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass and tell you, oh, everything's all sweetness and light and it's all going to be wonderful. No, sometimes you guys have to control yourself. You have to control your behaviors and you got to control your reactions because the energies out there are saying, get crazy, overindulge, get confused, take things personal instead of serious, get your feelings hurt, fight with the boss, argue with your neighbor. And I'm telling you, don't do that, okay? And I'll tell you why, and then I'll talk to you at the end, okay? And here I am in my pajamas again, talking to you guys. Okay, let's do this again. I did this whole thing and I had the microphone on something else. That's a real Mercury retrograde sort of thing to happen. Here's Mercury. Oh, this is August. I'm looking at August 4th. Okay. Here's Mercury at 1 degrees Virgo. It is already starting to go retrograde, so we'll have these like little communication and electronic kerfuffles. Mercury rules Virgo. Okay, so they like being together. They work well. They're opposite. That's an opposition to Neptune and Pisces. 0 degrees. This is a 1 degree 0. We're talking about really close opposition. I mean, it's just like tight. Neptune rules Pisces. Okay? Neptune can make things kind of confused because it doesn't think on a analytical, logical, earth-based, let's count all the beans kind of way that Mercury in Virgo does. It like it uses ESP, it uses psychic things, it meditates, it astral travels, it gets high, it gets drunk, it's crazy, and it's also where creative inspiration comes from. I mean, think of Van Gogh. He was crazy. He was talented. There we go. So, uh, when you have a Mercury and Virgo opposite Neptune and Pisces, uh, you can be you can be communicating things in a way that's not clear to other people. Other people may sound absolutely crazy to you. That's one thing I want you to be aware of, okay? Another thing I want you to be aware of is that Mars goes into Cancer. I have Mars in Cancer, so I can speak pretty strongly on that. Uh, it's moody. It cries when it gets mad. Well, my feelings are hurt. If it gets really mad, it might get sick. Really effective. Um, it deals with the home. Cancer deals with home. Mars deals with your assertive energy. It is opposite. Dun da da. Pluto in Capricorn. Power trips at work. Is your boss at work on some sort of power trip that makes you sick to your stomach and you just want to like quit your job or hit him on the head? Chill out. Be aloof. Think of your family, you know? I mean, or are you the boss at work that's kicking off a power play? Because we already know that Pluto in Capricorn has been annoyed and will be annoyed and had been being annoyed by Uranus in Aries. Aries is aggressive, assertive, martial. Uranus is rebellious, so like, let's burn palaces and depose kings. And, you look at the struggle that the Congress had in doing this debt ceiling thing. That was something that's happened like automatically for many administrations. But, as soon as Obama needs the debt ceiling raised, then, the Tea Party people say, oh, no, blah, blah. Well, that they are a manifestation of this, let's rebel, let's tear things down, and let's do a power play in government. Well, it's coming home. Those type of energy is hitting us at home, and we're going, hey, you guys, you're making my grandma feel insecure. She doesn't know if she has to take money out of her savings account and then go and pay the retirement home she lives at, because she doesn't know if her Social Security check is going to come in. And so there's a lot of people getting like really upset, really tight in their tummy, okay, saying, I'm not feeling good about this. Okay, now, so we have some like confusing things going on between the Mercury and Virgo opposed Neptune and Pisces. We've got the I'm angry in my tummy, you're making my house feel insecure because these goofballs who are in power and government and corporations are making us crazy, and we'll say, oh, let's tear the house down. And so there's a square coming in. So we're coming in with a cardinal square, cardinal T square going on here. Okay, now on top of this, Jupiter, which is like, oh, if we're going to do it, let's really expand it. Let's do too much. In Taurus, which deals with the five senses, so let's eat it, let's smoke it, let's smell it, let's drink it, let's lick it. Okay, is squared, which like exacerbates the situation, to Venus and Leo. So don't party so hard that you hurt yourself. Don't spend money you don't have. Money, buying stuff is not going to make you happy. It's just going to give you more stuff. Taurus acquires more stuff to have to take care of. Go watch the A&E program, Hoarders, if you want to just like stop that buying and gathering stuff. Okay. Also, Leo has been, this Venus in Leo and Sun in Leo also had earlier been very much influenced by this fiery Aries and in Uranus. And so don't go and fall in love with some guy you met at a bar, or some gal that you met at, at a rave. They may look good for a minute, but it's like this sort of, I'm confused, I'm acting out, I'm exaggerating my entertainment potential, and then you go and you hook up with someone that you go, oh my God, how am I going to get this person out of my house? Okay. I just want to point these out because this week is going to be nuts, okay? I'm going to come back and talk to you about other things, but if you're in a power struggle, stay aloof. If you're really in a situation where you need to call the labor board and say, I'm in a hostile work environment, do that. But what I'm saying is that it's better to take this Mars in Cancer, hook up to this trine to Neptune and Pisces, get spiritual behind it. It's like what do some people say? Give it to God. It might be helpful at this time. Okay, Moon's fitting to go into Scorpio, so we're coming up to a grand trine in water in about a day or so. So I'm saying, don't get confused. Don't drink too much. Don't party too hard. Don't fall in love with someone just because they smell good, and stay out of power struggles. So anyway, so that's a little bit that I wanted to share with you guys. Okay. There we go. Take advantage of this Mercury retrograde period to clean out your closet and get caught up with your paperwork and shred those old documents. There's things that you could be doing that's like meditative, and while you're like going through recycling stuff, you can be thinking about you're thinking about your life, and being a little more chill. The energies this week are just like, they're so discordant, and that I'm really concerned that some of you are going to go off half-cocked and, get into some sort of impulsive, diluted relationship that ends up spending money that you don't have, and then you're going to get all angry because you're involved in some sort of non-consensual power exchange. Now, if you don't know where these transiting planets hit in your chart, get in touch with me. I'll do your chart. I'll sit down. The way I read charts here is how I will explain it to you. If the astrologies makes your eyes glaze like donuts, I can drop that and I can just tell you this, that, this, that. Okay? So I'm not just, sending out these warnings saying, oh, the sky is falling and everything's horrible. No, I'm saying these are some of the things that could happen if you're unaware. If you are aware and you know how to chill, you get your time to meditate, you take things serious and not personal, you're fine. You don't need me. But if you need me, you know where you can get in touch with me. Leave a comment in the video or on my blog. I'm easy enough to find. So just chill, chill out, Grandma says. Okay, so be good.